After narcissistic abuse, your body and your nervous system creates invisible shields. And these behaviors feel like flaws, but they're actually survival strategies. And learning what they are and how to deal with them is the first step towards healing. In this video, I'm going to walk you through each of the 5 behaviors. I'm going to explain why you're doing them, and I'm going to give you a simple action step so that you can start changing these behaviors. About 6 months after I left my abusive marriage, I started to notice these patterns in my behavior. And everything changed when I understood that just leaving the marriage wasn't going to eliminate the behaviors. I had to learn how to let them go. So let me walk you through 5 of the most common behaviors, because once you see them, you'll have the ability to start gently releasing them. The first behavior is becoming the fixer. And this is you coming in to fix everyone's problems, because deep down, you believe that you're not good enough unless you're useful. I really noticed this pattern for myself when I was in a new relationship. I was constantly cleaning and picking up and doing favors and things like that because I really truly believed that if I was good enough and if I did enough good things, that it was more likely that my new partner would keep me around. If I made myself indispensable, they wouldn't discard me. So try this. The next time you find yourself jumping in and fixing things or helping, ask yourself, pause for a minute and look at your situation and ask yourself, am I doing this because I really want to, or am I doing it because I'm afraid of what will happen if I don't? This next behavior is kind of sneaky because it really looks a lot like strength. Behavior number 2 is extreme independence. You want to do everything on your own. You don't want help. It actually makes you very nervous to accept help. I'm still struggling with this one. I'm working really hard currently on giving jobs to my partner, helping my partner help me to reduce the stress in my life. And this has been a journey for me. This behavior happened during the abuse because showing that you needed someone was an area of vulnerability, and it likely gave your abuser a reason to hurt you. And so you likely built a fortress around you to protect you by not asking for any help. I think if you pay attention to this one, you will notice how often people are offering things to you. And they're often really small things. And we are so much, this extreme independence makes us so much in the habit of always saying, oh, no, that's okay, I've got it. So my challenge for you is, the next time somebody offers you something, try to say yes. If any of this is hitting home with you, please click that like button. That really helps to ensure that more people get to see this, and it helps a lot. Thanks. This next protection mechanism is one that keeps you small, and that is not sharing good news. I was often belittled by my ex-husband, and it caused me to really stop talking about the good things that would happen to me, because I knew that he would probably just turn it around and make it seem insignificant. And so I really stopped sharing good news about myself with most anyone. This pattern develops because your joy was being met with either dismissal or jealousy or rage, and staying small kept you safe. So try this to help disrupt this pattern. The next time that you have some sort of a success at work or just in your personal life, share it with this trusted friend. If you've experienced abuse from a narcissist, it's very likely that you have a lot of healing to do. And I'm a survivor, and I put together a mental health resource guide that gives you information about all of the things that I have done to heal myself for the past several years. And I want to share that information with you. There's a link in the description down below, and if you click it, I'll send that guide to you for free. This next pattern is actually really heartbreaking because it pushes away the people in your life that could actually help you heal. This next behavior is testing people to see if they'll leave. So you might have a fight, pick a fight, you might withdraw, you might just make it difficult to connect with you because you want to test to see if they'll abandon you. This has been a really challenging one for me. In my current relationship, earlier in my current relationship, I fought a lot. I would fight. If we would have a disagreement, I would fight. And then I would kind of, do this sort of sabotaging behavior, just like really kind of below the belt fighting, saying a lot of mean things that I didn't really believe. And I know, in retrospect, I know that I did that because I was testing my new partner. This behavior comes from the idea that you believe that abandonment is inevitable, so you might as well control when it happens. The next time you find yourself in this situation trying to push someone away, pause and look at the situation and ask yourself, am I doing this to push them away? And then call yourself out. Actually say to this person, I'm doing this to test you. And see what happens. If you get a good response, then it probably means somebody that you will and you can trust going into the future. This last behavior is really the most dangerous one because it's the one that keeps you from healing. This last behavior is downplaying your own trauma. This is the idea that, you're saying, oh, what I experienced wasn't that bad. A lot of people have it worse than me. And I know I did this to the point where I didn't really even believe or understand that I was in an abusive situation until about 6 months after my marriage ended. And I kind of knew during the marriage that I was fighting and I knew that his behavior wasn't good, but I didn't understand the damage that it had done to me until I started seeing all of these behaviors and having to really rewire my brain and rewire my behaviors. This behavior protected you while you were in the relationship because if you had admitted to how bad it was, you might have fallen apart. And so continuing to kind of minimize it is the thing that helped to keep you safe at the time. An action step that you can do to start kind of rewiring this behavior is you can journal. Start just writing down about your experiences and your feelings. You can watch this channel because this is something I talk about all the time. And you could also talk to a trusted friend. So here's what you can do with all of this. Your parts, all of these behaviors have kept you safe until now, and you are living in survival mode. Your body is still stuck in survival mode. So it's really starting to notice all of these patterns, noticing these behaviors, and gently letting them go. Being honest with yourself about the behaviors, noticing them, looking at them, talking to someone about them, that's going to help you let them go. It is going to take practice and it's going to take time. I talk openly with my partner about these behaviors. And one of the things that we say to my protective parts is, thank you for your service. And that is something that you can borrow and you can use, and hopefully that'll help you. Which of these protective behaviors resonates with you the most? Leave me a comment down below. Just can leave me a number 1 through 5. I recently did a video series where I talk about how I started setting boundaries with my ex-husband and kind of removing myself from the relationship. And I'm going to link that here if you're interested in watching that next.